Thank you very much to EA for sponsoring this video. If you think you know the best weapon of Season 14, think again, because today's adventure saw me unleash a terrifying onslaught fitting for an average player. Wait, perhaps with the release of a new legend, maybe this time we would have a chance for me, Ragtag, the greatest gutter tier gamer on the face of this earth, to show my quality.
I said with the old model, you ever new kid, we full throttle. Know that the come up is not a my amigos, they focus, know what to do. But I get it, I reinvest. After I get it, I reinvest. After I get it, I reinvest. Stack it, put it back in it.
I played over 100 games and that's all I got for a compilation, alright? But our adventure began with me about to learn an important lesson on how to defeat my opponents. For hurling ourselves towards Capacitor in the recently changed Kings Canyon, some things would remain exactly the same as I completely misjudged the drop and ended up falling short in true gutter tier style. I picked up a longbow only to come across a sight I thought I'd never see in this game. They changed the wingman to a sniper class? What? I mean, if you played this game when it first came out, a sniper is exactly what you'd think of that weapon, but whether it was a twisted joke or simply a way to ration the ammo, I didn't care, for what I really wanted to do right now was juice up Vantage's ultimate and let the tracking rifle rip open my enemies.
There's something wrong with my gun.
Fly, my pretty, fly!
Go.
Oh, they grow up so fast.
The ring's closing. Look, tag on him.
It was at this moment Mirage didn't realize I could track him, and he tried to hide in plain sight.
There's something wrong with my gun. Just try it with that shiny tag on you.
You know, sometimes I watch my footage back and wonder why I am the way I am.
Got all mates better.
This was a 1v1 I wasn't sure I could win, so that rate is all yours, Fusey boy. Fill your boots, pal. And so he did, crushing that enemy with a totally fair and balanced Spitfire. Our squad was whole again, and for the first time this season, I felt that the ring had crept up on us quicker than expected. Perhaps it was just my imagination, but for now, we headed west, which is when I was forced to respect an important change this season.
Opening fire on the prey.
Smooth. I might just avoid sitting down for the next week or so, but singed buttocks were the least of my problems right now.
I cracked the target's shield. Reloading. Down to mark. Watch my back. I'm healing.
It finally dawned on me. The round one ring had moved faster and was doing more damage, which made it absolutely terrifying. My pet was about a bat hair away from becoming market stall street food. I had to get us out of here.
Getting a fresh angle. Great shield.
Fighting in the furnace was worth the sacrifice as we now have... Welcome to solo queue, I guess. But the damage of the ring and hearing gunfire on the edge of the zone I wanted to travel to, I panicked and fled the scene without even reviving my teammate. I skirted around the outside and sucked up the agonizing combustion of my flesh before picking my moment. Bangalore, you should have waited, pal. But Fuse and Vantage, perhaps this odd coupling could still choose an appropriate moment to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. My teammate finally had some loot, and as we approached the rivers at Bunker, the ring was already at our backs once again. But this place was about to become a conflict of carnage.
They're hitting me. Attention. Launching to a new angle.
Check it out.
That's another squad stuck at it. Just try and hide with that shiny tag on you. Tag half in the bag. Follow me.
Come on, Fuse. High ground, pal.
Try and hide with that shotgun.
I was sick of being on the edge of the ring. We had to move on as Fuse was still in his vitreous, brittle body shield.
Interesting over here.
Uh-oh.
Getting a fresh angle.
For some reason, those twisted opponents decided to leave us to a revival and let the conflagration of the ring leave a couple of crispy fried Gatekeeping gamers micro-ovened back to the lobby. But that's when the hallmark of an Apex Legends game came to its moment of perfection. No, not me hitting my shot. More like us getting shot. Right in the backside.
Ring closing in 10, and it's just a shot away. Last.
Only 2 other squads left. I had to pit them against each other using the only thing I had left. The W key.
Need a new angle.
The harsh lesson was taught and learned well, but before I answer the burning question of the title of this video, what do you think the most powerful weapon of Season 14 is? Pop a comment below, but first back to me learning lessons, because perhaps some concepts are yet to be grasped by my gutter-tier brain. Mainly, that 1v3 is something that should be attempted by players with actual skill. Ah yes, the good old double tap. At least I'd hurt them all enough to make them think twice about pushing, but I wasn't finished with my moronic decisions just yet, which brings us to my favourite part of every video, fighting without trying to replenish my ammo.
I'm out of energy ammo. Half in the bag.
Perhaps that enemy Valkyrie was getting used to the new flight changes, or perhaps they gave up when realizing it was 1v3, but the most important thing here is that I got 4 limbs from a 3-man squad. However, out of the corner of my eye, I spotted the sky-high burning ring of doom speeding towards us, and I wasn't about to let that thing become my jailer this time. Ring, Sag. It hurts now. Don't know what to tell you guys, I am much more eloquent inside my head than I appear on text. But I was still a bit frustrated at my ammo situation. Eventually though, I cobbled enough together and started to realise the untapped potential of Vantage and her companion Echo.
Getting a fresh angle.
Yeah, eat your heart out, Pathfinder, you overgrown dishwasher! I need to settle down. But a tense firefight had broken out at Cage, and it required the attention of our squad to potentially third party, which is a good time to reveal that the best weapon of Season 14 is... definitely not Vantage's ultimate, at least when it's in my hands. Looking at my loadout of 2 SMGs, the only way to take this fight was to move in for the kill with ruthless aggression. I then remembered the previous 1v3 fight from the start of this game and rethought my battle strategy, and by strategy I mean let Fuse get knocked first, with the support of the Sniper's Mark. with the warning shots from the sniper's mark. Oh, Lifeline, you thief in the night! How could you pilfer my limbs like that? Who am I kidding? Murder them dead, Lifeline, for I simply cannot be trusted. I see that now. It wasn't over yet. Another hunter had us in their sights. Vantage versus Vantage. Here we go. Looks like I'm not the only one that won't be sitting down for a week. My opponent scampered into the cracks of the crag and we proceeded to the next ring. Looked like that enemy Vantage had been a busy little bee, but as much as I wanted to get involved with what looked like it was going to be a multi-way battle unfolding in front of our eyes, position was paramount now that the ring had my complete and utter respect. But our enemies looked like they still had that lesson to learn.
This way.
Chase you to the ends of the earth, Lifeline, you hear me? To the ends of the earth! Can't be bothered, we'll deal with you later. Besides, there is much fun still to be had as a scumbag gatekeeper, and I took pride in my new job posting.
Just leave me, Mark. Kill.
Pause it a sec. I think that enemy Lifeline from before, they tried to run round the back outside the ring to save our team as the kill feed was empty there, leaving just us and one final squad. Just when it looked like this game was ours, that brave team made a break for it and we were not prepared. Good choice with the 2 SMGs, Ragtag. You are a god amongst insects. That's okay, same as before. Let Fuse be the boisterous bait, cause Sneaky Tag's fine with being late. One left, time to hunt. What, you surprised I hit a mid-air shot? Come on now, give me some crit. Okay, never mind. And there you have it, the best weapon of Season 14 is actually the ring. You weaponize it by using it against your opponents, especially in round 1, and watch them cook to death while you use superior position against those underprepared foes. Don't look at me like that, guys. A third of you on Twitter didn't even have a Scooby about the ring changes. I know, you're probably after a serious answer to the title of this video, but if you haven't been paying attention, I don't have the accuracy with any weapon long enough to rate it as the best, but if you do put a gun to my head and demand an opinion, I'd say you should probably just pull the trigger.